Good afternoon, Cheryl. I am at the house in Phoenix City on 32nd Street that he once owned. This was Hauser's former house, and I'm standing here now with Beth and Norman Bone. They bought the house shortly after it was foreclosed on, and you guys say you not only knew him from buying the house, but you knew him from church as well.
Right. I've been knowing Rusty for about 20, 25 years. I met him at the church. We went to East Nice Baptist Church in Columbus, he and his wife and daughter.
And you say you guys went to church, but that's not the same man that you know now.
Oh, definitely not.
It's not. We had a little trouble with him when we bought the house, trying to get him out, and he wasn't the same guy he was when I knew him earlier.
And he vandalized the house, correct?
Yes, he really done a job on it, messed it up, put concrete down every drain. If you can think about messing up a house, he did. Every light receptacle and everything. Put
Poly-cemented things, outlet, fuse box.
It was everything.
And this is even some of that purple paint. If you guys take a look right here, this is some of the paint that he had put in the house. Is that right?
All over the house, on the brick, every receptacle and everything. He just, he messed it up before we left.
He was very angry.
And because you guys are the owners of the house now, you were contacted this morning by the FBI.
We got a call this morning about 2:30 from the FBI. He identified himself and wanted to come over and search the house. I don't know why. I verified who he was and met him at the Waffle House. We came over here about should have been about 3:15 about that time. They blocked off the road, they looked at it, and they brought me the keys back. And I said, what is it all about? And he said, just check the news. And that's all he said.
Now I've spoken to your wife, your mom, and she described him as being a deep, dark person. How do you remember him being in these last few years? What kind of person? Describe his personality.
Only dealings I had with him is after I purchased the house on public outcry at the courthouse. I came over here and said, Rusty, we go back a long ways. How long will it take to get out of the house? How long do you need to get out of the house? He says, you're going to have to throw me out. So it started going downhill from there.
And what do you remember about his personality? Or
Just once we purchased the house, his attitude changed.
And in what way?
Just angry. He was just angry that he would have to leave. He doesn't have a home. We took the legal...
We went to the chain of command, to get him out. It takes about 90 days or 6 months.
But you told me he had like fish in the pool and...
When we went through the court system, because he had squatters' rights, we had a lawyer, went to court, we posted it on the house that he needed to be at court. He never showed up. The next day, after he didn't show up the next day, we came over here. I wanted my dad and my boyfriend to come over with the police and a locksmith to change the locks. We walked in, up the driveway, paint everywhere. That was just the start of it. Walked in the house,
It was a mess.
paper, paint, feces. He had fish in the pool in the backyard, 300 koi fish. He cut them up, spread them all over the place.
You can't imagine how the house smelled.
Cement all over the place.
But this isn't the kind of family that he came from. You said his mother was your school teacher.
She was my school teacher. Known her since I was in 4th grade. Nice woman. Again, I knew Mr. Hauser at church. A nice gentleman with his wife and his child. Hadn't seen him in years until we came over and just reported that we had bought the house.
I worked with Rusty's brother, Rim, at PCC way back, and, I knew his wife. I did some work for his mom. Good folks.
But he changed.
I reckon he did, yes.
And I just over the past 8 hours having my mother call because the FBI agents calling about him. My anxiety went up. I didn't want him to hurt. I know what he did to the house. I didn't want him to hurt us. I wanted to make sure it was verified and he wasn't in town trying to play some kind of game with us. We, did everything legal. I felt better once the FBI came in, I guess did a search on whatever they were looking for. I did not find out until this morning, along with everybody else that watches the news, that it was him over there in Benning City.
But you were glad.
I'm glad that I'm not gonna be scared to move over here.
Well, thank you guys so much, Cheryl. You heard this from folks that knew him from church, knew his family from school, and also from purchasing his home, that he was not this kind of a person back in the day, but at some point in time, they say, like you heard, that he changed, Cheryl.
Okay, Jenyne, we have a lot of information to digest right now, so we want to know, what is his connection to Columbus State University? I heard that he has one.
I believe he went to Columbus State University and graduated back in 1988.
This is my boyfriend, Dan Rim.
And what about his father? I hear that he did something with the Muskogee County.
Yes, we have confirmed that his father was the former tax commissioner in the 70s and 80s that was over in Muskogee County, and that was confirmed by the current tax commissioner that he was the former tax commissioner 45 years ago.
Okay, thank you so much, Jenyne, for that live report. And of course, we have so much information to get to.